The rhythm of the swing never changes. Is it long enough? They're beginning to applaud, and quite rightly so. That is a simply magnificent shot from Colin Montgomery.
Rory's the winner. Not a million miles away, is it?
Hello, and for the second time, nobody knows this.
Nobody.
We do now.
For the second time, welcome to Talk Golf Scotland. See, I'm all off the place. I don't know what I'm doing now. Welcome to Talk Golf Scotland, the podcast.
You obviously didn't know what you were doing the first time as well.
With me, Stuart Wyvern, and today, as you've already heard, we've got the dulcet tones of Donald.
Good morning.
And Peter.
Good morning.
Andy's not here, he's on holiday. So let's move. We slagged him off the first time round, but I can't bother doing that again.
Yeah.
Donald, you've been playing Dumbarnie.
Yes, I was at Dumbarnie on Thursday. It looked as though we were going to have a beautiful day to start with. I was playing with my regular four-ball, Paul, Greg and Eric. So we arrived at Dumbarnie and we were greeted at the door by a gentleman called Jim, who obviously listens to the pod because he slagged off my putting before we even started. But no, it was a wonderful welcome. And we just left our clubs at the door and they suddenly appeared round the front, which was good. Then we wandered into the shop and I knew a couple of people in the shop. Stuart the head of retail there, and another young lady that was there who I've given lessons to. So we got a wonderful welcome, and then we had a wonderful lunch.
So what? It's a lovely clubhouse, isn't it?
Do you know? It was,
I like it. Same as it's small, like Kingsbarns. It's very small and sort of. I don't know. I like it. I think it's a nice little quaint atmosphere.
It was wonderful. It was so welcoming. I have to say, I was very, very impressed. And then you went away. We had a wee bite to eat. Food was good. Went and hit a few balls, and then you're greeted in the first tee, and the guy knows who you are. He welcomes you with a wee whiskey. I'm not a whiskey drinker, but it's a lovely touch, and just a wonderful, wonderful experience. I have to say, it was very, very good. The golf course was excellent. Really good, Nick. A fun golf course to play, not too difficult off the tee. Yeah. But everything else was difficult for me.
And not too expensive, you were saying?
Well, do you know, that's where I was going to come to that eventually, Pete. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right. I think the three of us were very fortunate to get courtesy, and there was one amateur with us, Greg, and he got the Scottish residence rate of £105, which, when you see the price of green fees everywhere, is a complete and utter bargain.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's a league above 90%. Other than the Premier courses in Scotland, it's a league above it. It's a no-brainer for Scottish residents to go and play. Value for money is fantastic. As I say, a service, absolute first class. I would give it 10 out of 10. Everything I would give 10 out of 10 about the whole place. Yeah. The way they look after you. And as I say, value for money is ridiculous. And the golf course was great. My golf was absolutely diabolical. Right, so we were talking the last time, and Pete said, "Oh, I don't know, it was 600 at Lady Man." I don't think I would have broke 85. It was absolute, and we had to look for my ball once. So it tells you how bad I was from there on in. So there's you've got to tell the good with the bad.
Yes, correct.
Or the bad with the good, rather. But yeah. If anybody is looking for a game, and I would head along there. As I say, it just seems crazy that it's as cheap as that in comparison to the way that other golf courses are going.
Does that
Scottish residents?
Does that £105 ticket price continue through the season?
I think it does. I'm not 100% certain of that, but I think it does.
It'll obviously get more difficult to get a time, I suppose.
Yeah, it will as they get busier, and I don't think you can book it as far in advance as somebody paying the full rate. But if you get the chance, go along. Thoroughly recommend it.
Yeah.
And it's just a great fun golf course to play as well. But the weather, as I say, it started off lovely, and then we got to the fifth tee, and we were all suddenly peeling off, right? And we played the fifth hole in t-shirts. The sixth tee, we had all the clothes we had on with us, tammies and waterproofs. And it was absolutely Baltic from there on in. Right, so it was 4 seasons in not one day, and 4 seasons in 10 minutes. Just
Well, I mean,
typical Scottish weather for you.
I was on at the same time. You were on the Dumbarnie golf course at that time of day. I was on the old course at that time of day, and it was the same. We got to the 9th hole, and I said to my partner, who's a member as well at St Andrews, and I said, you know, like, we're so lucky to play here, but you know, because people would pay hundreds of pounds to come from all around the world to play the old course. It's such a treat, and all I can think is I want in the clubhouse as quickly as possible. It was Baltic. It was Baltic. It really was.
Yeah, it just changed so quickly, didn't it?
Yeah. We're not quite out of. We're not quite in springy.
Nah.
Yeah, Masters looks nice.
Scraped the ice off my car this morning.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there, but. No, but that was a good day, Donald.
Yeah, it was a thoroughly enjoyable day. But say my golf was awful, but my partner pulled us through, so I didn't lose any money, which was good.
Good. Well, my day, I had a lunch, so I was playing against Looker's army, and you know, I said last week I still haven't won. Well, I've still not won. I mean, I'll enjoy the lunch. I mean, you have nice wine and kummel. You know, I don't even know what that is.
Kummel.
Yeah, actually, I didn't have one this year, but I had 2 or 3 wines, and then you're on the first tee, and yeah, you feel pretty good.
Didn't have the yips in the first tee.
Yeah, I had a nice drive off the first tee. Anyway, but no, the course down at the old course. The old course is just, I feel like it's the same all the time. It's never different. You know, it's just always.
Summer and winter, it's the same.
Yeah, but this is the 1st of April or whatever it is. Yeah. You know, like it's just you may play in the midsummer. It doesn't really feel any different. Maybe the rough's a little bit higher in state places, or a bit more lush, but there's not really much rough anyway. It just feels exactly the same. They've got some new bunkers about the place, which are quite interesting. Can't remember where they are. I didn't go in them, obviously. But no, the course is always good, and it is a treat to play. But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, you kind of take it for granted because you're now a member, Stuart. So.
You do take things for granted though when you play courses over and over again. It's like even the courses we play. Yeah. You know, Ladybank, Lindelinks. You know, you think they're. You just play golf. That's just where you play golf. But like we've said that before.
Yeah.
You know, you take your own course for granted, and then you look at elsewhere and you think, it's not until sometimes not until you play elsewhere you realise that what you've got.
It's very good, yeah.
You know.
Correct.
Actually, down at my club, there's a lot of moans just now about the golf course. And I'm like,
get them down to the local muni, and they'll soon come back all happy and smiling.
Yeah. See when people moan. Like I played in the medal on Saturday, right? And I was 75, by the way. 75, which is
pretty good.
I feel like that's my handicap. I think that's my handicap.
75?
I played to my handicap.
What's your handicap?
Yeah, I'm like 3 now, 4. That's kind of my handicap.
I'd take that right now.
Yeah, but I feel like I said to Hamish down the stairs, I feel like a drug addict. You know, I need to bottom out somewhere, and I'm going to bottom out at 4 or something, and then
fight back.
That'll be it. Eh? And then I'll be lying on
You'll
the floor.
bottom out, and then you'll just stay there.
Or maybe not get up again.
So what I was going to say about the game against Looker. So do you think they'll keep picking you just till you get a win? Is that the way it works?
I don't know.
You know how a lot of teams sort of drop you when you lose?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm letting the team down anyway, whatever it is. There was one chap, actually I'm not going to name him, but he listens to the podcast from the Army guys, and he wants to play against you, Donald, because he thinks you're grumpy. And he would love to have a go at playing against you.
Thinks I'm grumpy. Wait till he sees me in a golf course.
Anyway, back to Lundy. I was just saying there's a couple of guys that moan about the speed of the greens, and I find that so annoying. You know, I find it really annoying. Like, it's so slow, and they're not that slow. I mean, you get downhill, downwind, and it's fast. But like, just go and just hit it harder. And
I hate it when people say they get to like the 10th hole and they're like, I just can't hit it hard enough. And these greens are so slow. Just like, it's really simple. You hit it harder.
Yeah.
You've had 9 goes already.
Exactly. I can't stand that.
People that continually, you know, I don't mind people that, you know, that say, the greens are slow. I wish the greenkeeper would just cut them down a bit. Say it once. You've said it. It's done. But don't just keep saying it every single hole, every time you hit a putt.
To be fair,
We've probably all been guilty of it, though.
Even in the pro game, it's mainly the commentators, but they use that excuse as well when it's the Open, and then the US players are coming up short with the putts. Oh, they're just not used to putting on these greens because they're 10 or 11 on the stint. I'm like, they're professional. I mean, it's really easy to go from 14 to 11. It really is easy. You hit it a wee bit harder.
Yeah, and you've got all week to practice on them.
It should take you 10 minutes to adjust.
It's just
I cannot abide that comment
It
by
was the Bob
commentators.
Rotella one in his book. He talked about Gary Player, and Gary Player's rooms with the same guy 2 weeks in a row, and 1 week the greens are really fast, and Gary Player said, brilliant. He says, the greens are really quick this week. I'll do well this week because I putt great and fast greens, really fast greens. And then the next week the greens are like treacle, and Gary Player's in the room at night saying, brilliant, the greens are really slow this week.
Yeah.
He says, I'll do well this week. I putt really well in slow greens.
It's
And
true,
that's just
isn't
an
it?
attitude, isn't it?
But it's just, it seems to be this, it's a golf snobbery thing, isn't it? Sometimes I think, like good player, a lot of low handicappers think that the greens need to be light and fast for them to shine. And it's just so annoying to listen to. It's just part of the game. It's like, you're not going to moan about, fairways, I'm not good on, dry fairways. I like soft fairways.
Yeah.
I never hear that moan.
You're not a proper golfer until you've got a book full of excuses, Stuart.
I can't handle it. I'm not very good at listening to other people's excuses. Just listen to my excuses.
Yeah, just yours and Pete's. Pete, the brain surgeon. They're the best ones.
Anyway, Peter, have you done anything in golf?
I'll keep mine short. So I was through St Andrews as well all weekend, really, with the Scottish seniors for a couple of days, Scottish seniors amateurs, so coaching them and giving them a few sort of things to get better at, tasks and stuff over the weekend, and then they played a couple of rounds of golf, so that was good. And then yesterday I was through at the Himalayas with it was my mother's birthday. And I had my children with me, so I thought, what can we do? Where does that work? So we went to the Himalayas, and like the Himalayas is phenomenal. It's good fun. My kids love it. I'm not so sure Granny loved it, but it was good. And then we're on it, and it was mobbed. It's busy, isn't it? And then you get the guy in the old course, and he's and somebody he was playing the first hole, and he rocketed one over onto the Himalayas, and everyone's ducking for cover. And I was just like, oh, that must just be humiliating for that poor chap that's just waited years to play the old course, and then he's just rocketed it into the hundreds of people in the putting green. So that was my enjoyment. But yeah, no, just with the seniors, and I didn't do any golf. I've not touched a golf club. Watched the Masters. That was it.
That was the main spectacle in golf.
Himalayas is good fun. No, I haven't played it for years actually, but it is good fun.
Himalayas is good fun, yeah. And yes, kids love it.
And what a coincidence! Stuart's mum's birthday yesterday as well.
I know. It's the same day.
She told me. She told me. She says, "You know what today is?" I said, "It's Monday."
I'm the favourite son because I took her away for her birthday, Donald.
Anyway, as usual, we're not very good at birthdays and stuff like
birthdays.
that. No, we don't do birthdays.
She paid for the putting.
And the lunch.
And the lunch, yeah. I tried my best, but her wallet was out faster than mine.
Yeah. The one thing about the Himalayas I find is it's fine when you're with complete beginners or with or with the kids, but as soon as you're with somebody that's 2 or 3 people that are half decent at golf, can play golf, it's the slowest round of golf in the world, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't realise.
People playing
Pete
six balls.
didn't let the kids win. No,
I won. But I didn't realise you can get not a handicap, you can get a membership for it. And I swear the 2 guys behind us were playing a match. They might have been playing a quarter-final or something.
All right.
Because they were trying, and then they shook hands on the 15th green, if you call it that. And I was like, yeah, they're trying. I'm like trying to find the biggest hill to run round and down, and like nowhere near where I'm aiming, just for a bit of fun. And they're like, oh, take it away and pick it up, and shaking hands. I'm like, yeah, they were taking it serious.
Actually, to see how busy it is, you think, why are putting greens not more? Why are they not about the place a bit more?
I know. And that's, I was asking Pete what it costs now, and it's great value for money as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's twice I've said great value for money.
Yes, tenner for all 4 of us, which I thought was really good.
Well, it's far too cheap.
Well, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It is too cheap. They could make way more money, but it's the links. They don't need more money. I don't suppose the links trust.
It's great value. It's worth the game. Okay, so we're going to the Masters.
I think so.
That's why we're here.
Right. So I've well, let's start with the course. Because I thought, like, the first day I thought, Well, what do you think of the course this week?
I thought the greens were slow and the guys couldn't get the ball to the hole.
First day it looked like it was going to be a really tough week. It was dry. Later on in the day, first day. And then they kind of must have. I mean, I saw balls spludge on the 12th green and spin back without much bounce a couple of times.
Yeah, they obviously watered them because I mean there was all the talk before it started, wasn't it? It's going to be firm and bouncy, and really tough. And after the first day, you thought, oh, this could get tougher as the week goes on.
And I look forward to that. But then I look back on the tournament, and you think they got it right again, didn't they?
Well, they probably did. They are.
I mean,
you don't want it too bouncy. You want people spinning it back off slopes and doing all these things that we're used to seeing.
I think
and if
anybody
you make it too firm, it's just like, oh.
I think anybody that knows golf or is involved in golf, if you were to say, what's your ideal winning score, they'd say 12 under.
Yep,
is kind of the thing. Enough difficult, but enough for them to make birdies, and that's what they just get it right. The Augusta just seem to always get it right.
They do, and it was difficult enough, and it was good to see the banks down into the lakes all shaved a wee bit again. If you thought that might go in, it was definitely going in.
Yep.
Whereas in years gone past, recently, the ball's been hanging up in the banks and stuff like that. So I was quite happy to see that again.
Yeah. They got perfect weather. I mean, barely a breath of wind, but they get up to maybe 8 mile an hour or whatever. I mean, it's like
I heard Wayne Riley talking. He was like, "Yeah, this is going to be tough for them. The winds are getting up to 8 miles an hour now."
Oh, I thought he said 18.
No.
Did he say 18? Did he?
I thought they
he
said there was a squall's coming in. Was this from the last day? A squall coming in that was going to get up to about 18 miles an hour, but it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. I'm sure I saw a trouser leg move at one point. So that was the squall of 8 mile an hour draft.
Yeah,
that came in.
Par 3 there was a bit of mixed, and I mean I know that our thoughts on the Par 3 competition, but it sounds like the Masters are trying to get. There's a little bit of talk online. Masters are trying to get a little bit modern, with their Par 3. There's celebrities caddying and stuff like that. Like Kevin Hart, is it, who's caddying for Bryson? But like, are they trying? It's just dull, isn't it?
I suppose they're trying to get more eyes on it, aren't they? That's all they're trying to do. But don't make it call it a contest anymore. It's a day out. It's a fun day out.
I haven't been to Augusta. A couple of our friends have been, and according to everyone, it's kind of like Disneyland for golfers. That wee Par 3 course. It's phenomenal. It's a proper Par 3 course, but it's awesome. But this tournament is just like, I mean, Aaron Rai won it this year, didn't he? But it's probably because he didn't have a kid to putt on the green, so his score counted. He's probably the only one that score counted. So like, the players don't care. It's a bit. Look, I don't even want to waste time talking about it. I think it's an absolute waste of time.
I just remember when I was younger. I used to enjoy the Par 3 competition, sitting on a Wednesday night and just watching it and getting excited about the Masters. And now it's just turned. It's just. I don't know whether it's just me or I've been an old fuddy-duddy probably.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, but I'm in agreement with you.
I think 4 days is a lot of golf. I think 5 is too much.
Yeah, okay. Right, well, let's talk about before the cut. Okay? So this would be rounds 1 and 2. Okay?
Glad you clarified that.
Yeah.
Is that for Andy? Andy's not here.
So why is he teeing off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Because he's doing well, Andy, because he's doing well.
Alathabal got off to a fast start. He was 2 under. But no, Liv Golf did not perform particularly well. The two big names from Liv, Bryson and Rahm.
Yeah, who I think we all could tip to do quite well, didn't we?
I thought that they're used to playing easy golf courses. Resorty golf courses, shooting 25, 30 under to win a live event nowadays, and then they turn up and it's tough. And do you think there's something in that?
No.
Not
at all.
There was one point a commentator, I can't remember who it was, said, "Oh, Liv aren't doing well. There's not one of the Liv players under par." I'm looking at leaderboard, giving it Sergio Garcia's there at 2 under par, 3 under par at the time, 2 under I think it was. And then Tyrrell Hatton came flying through. It's like people are waiting and wanting to say these phrases. Yep. Like, I'm not a Liv fan, right? I would have gone there in a heartbeat for 4 million, right? So for about 400 quid probably. But yeah, everyone's waiting to slag them. Yes, do they play? They play plenty hard golf courses. I wouldn't say the tour events, apart from the PGA Tour, that is. and the European Tour, they don't play hard courses. It's only signature events they get a bit harder, which I suppose is half the events. But
Do you think Bryson and Ram, why are they not performing? I mean, Bryson has performed in the past
Yeah,
recently.
well, that's right.
Bryson can't get a bunker.
But these guys are for me, those two are up there with Scheffler and Rory.
Yeah, so they had a bad week.
Yeah, but like
As
Scheffler and
a
Rory
few
don't.
did.
Scheffler and Rory don't seem to have the bad week anymore.
Agreed.
Generally,
But it's just a bad week. Did you say? So what's Tyrrell Hatton then?
No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm not sticking up for Liv. I'm just saying that there's something wrong with Ram.
It was very disappointing that Ram and Bryson, as world class as we all class them, and rightfully so, they couldn't. World class players don't miss the cut, do they? World class, especially a cut that only 20 guys go home. So they should never, ever, ever be missing a cut. They should be us going, Jesus, they finished 20th this week. What was up with them? They were rubbish. We missed a cut. It's a big, big, big disappointment.
Yeah, I mean,
And they never used to do that.
Yeah, Ram did make the cut just, and then kind of finished 40th or something. But yeah, it just they're better than that, and they should be in the hunt. It's just it's disappointing when you see them so rubbish.
Ram's just it's gone from one of the most popular golfers in the world to nobody's that keen anymore, are they? It's just greed. Right, the greed has changed people's opinion of him. I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know the world's opinion, obviously. but certainly, so he's maybe not feeling the love anymore, and I think that can affect everybody differently.
Of course it can.
You know, if you're used to the adulation, right, of the public, and suddenly people don't really care anymore, that can affect you as well.
Yeah.
Difficult to feel sorry for him because of that, I think, but. Isn't it?
Oh, definitely. He's way down in my list.
Yeah, he is. But he's almost semi-forgotten. I'm saying he's up there with Rory and Scheffler, but I'm not turning the telly wondering where Ram is. If he's not there, I'm like, oh yeah.
That's because I'm not seeing him week in, week
I know.
out. He should be up there.
But you are with the shamble.
He should. Yeah.
Yes, I am. But he's just more in the public eye or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But let's keep on the negative, right?
Yeah. That's our forte.
I text you halfway through the first round, it was, saying Bob's embarrassing himself a little bit here. Boys? Maybe not, maybe worded just like that.
Yeah, there's a couple
Hey
more
guys!
There's a few more expletives in that sentence you sent.
Yeah, he was disappointing in the first round the way he was.
Yeah, I think that was it. It was his behaviour was very disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The way I look at it, and I couldn't lace Bob's boots even if I was in my bestest form back in the day. He's phenomenal, right? I don't feel like he's got the maturity or the sort of there's so many words that I can't come out with right at this moment in time. But patience, maturity, the dealing with adversity that Augusta demands. He's a phenomenal golfer, and that's why you don't see rookies doing well around these events. That's why you see a Justin Rose hanging about like a bad spell and then coming through. Oh, he's doing all right. It takes a certain type of person to.
He did finish 8th in his first Masters.
Yeah, but that can be a week. I'm just saying, I don't think as a human being he's ready to do it round the Masters, and he can go out and win next week at Harbour Town. But it's one of these courses that you can hit a good shot, be 3 yards left of that slope, and like we've all heard the commentators, and you're 40 feet away. I don't think he's ready to deal with that yet. And that's me coming from a guy that's a fan of his golf.
I don't know. I think there's a wee bit of a kickback from last week where he's been so disappointed. I think that's carried on to this week, and then what happened?
So?
Yeah, I think that's got part to do it. Obviously, it's come out that he had an injury as well, so he's not 100% fit. We're making excuses for him here, but I think there's maybe a wee kickback for last week where he feels as though he probably should have won it last week, and he's got a bit frustrated this week, and it's come out this week.
See, you can you can be angry like Tyrrell, or you can be grumpy like Bob.
But Tyrrell's sarcastic angry, isn't he?
Correct. Tyrrell's got away, and he's just in his back.
But we used to hate him, and we've come round to him. So Bob will maybe mature as well. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'd say really disappointed in him this week, but I'm going to give him the benefit.
I think he
of the doubt.
will. I'm just saying he's not ready yet. For me, and he'd win it next year. Christ, I'm not saying anything against him here. I just look at him and just think, no, not ready to win this. You're not allowed to, in your words, Stuart. I wouldn't say he's allowed to win the Masters yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I just he's just got a chance of being this. Talking about John Ram, right? John Ram, you just said about John Ram's lost the love. Bob's certainly outside of Scotland probably doesn't have much love.
Yeah,
and that acting like that doesn't help that.
No, it doesn't endear you
So
towards
he's like
people.
he's like got a bit of negativity about himself all the time, and I'm sure he doesn't want that. And we all know him through interviews and stuff as a guy who's obviously a genuine guy, and it's easy to really take to him in an interview, and we like him because he's very Scottish.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to turn into the next Colin Montgomery. I'm sure. I feel like he can turn this round.
But hopefully he'll maybe look back on this and it might be a huge turning point for him. I mean, he said last week, or the week before, I'm not going to change, that's the way I am. But you maybe need to step back a wee bit and take a wee look and go, well, I actually do need to change a wee bit of something here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anybody, and I've said it before, that plays golf that doesn't swear. But he needs to just calm that a wee bit and certainly stop abusing the golf course.
Well, there's a line as to when, using your... I like his fiery ways. I like seeing players getting fiery as long as they can get rid of it before the next shot. There was just a feeling that maybe...
Like Tyrrell.
He wasn't... Yeah, it
like
just...
Tyrrell.
Sometimes it just feels... Is it all gone?
He needs to watch Tyrrell. He needs to learn from Tyrrell.
Yeah, don't watch Sergio.
Well, the good thing for Bob this week was Sergio trumped him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought you were bad, Bob?
Sergio, but I said to you, Bob's at the start of his career, a young kid. I had a terrible attitude as a kid.
Oh, so that.
But you're nothing like me. I was the worst.
No, I was the worst.
I was terrible. But anyway, Bob's at the start-ish of his career, still in his 20s. Sergio's a 45-year-old man.
Yes, I agree.
It's like, oh, for God's sake.
Throwing the toys out the pram again.
It's pathetic.
Again, one of the most popular golfers in the world in his pomp.
He was, yeah.
And he's just, as he's got older, he's got worse and
When
worse.
he
worse.
won the Masters, everyone was delighted for him.
Yeah.
Best player never to win never to win a major. Blah blah. He deserves it. He's awesome. He's a great guy. He's one of us. And then he just turned into this less likable human being.
Petulant child.
And his interviews afterwards, I heard him getting interviewed and a few questions, and he just gives it, yep, no answer, or yep, no, just hit bad shots. Why have you never done the Masters for a few years? Why have you never really? Because obviously you know how to play the golf course. Why are you not producing better scores? Bad shots, just bad shots. That's it. Just too many bad shots. I'm like, okay. He just wasn't letting you, and that's fine. It's the way he is. He is petulant.
You'd think he'd just say, "I'm sorry. I acted like an idiot. I shouldn't do that." Just say sorry. But even then, you kind of keep saying sorry. He's 45 or he's 43 or 4 or whatever he is.
I think that's it. I think it's the age thing. Look, when I was younger, like Stuart, my attitude was awful. So anyone that says, "Oh, you used to do that when you were playing," I was like, "Yeah, I did. I was an idiot, right?" I think I've got a much better attitude now. Unfortunately, I'm old with a plastic hip and I can't do anything about it. But he's 40. His attitude there, if he was in his 20s, we'd be like, he'll learn. But he should have learned by now. That's all. I don't actually see it as like a really bad thing he's done, but it does at his age. It's just petulant.
He's a golfer that's lived. He seems to have played his whole career. When you look back on it, he seems to have played his whole career with a chip on his shoulder, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He didn't win the Masters. He didn't win the Open against Podrick, and Podrick got lucky, and he got really unlucky. Or Ryder Cup things, or everything seems to have been. Tiger Woods. I don't like Tiger Woods. He fell out with. I think he thought he was going to be Tiger Woods. That was his career. He's just lived life with a.
It wasn't my fault, Dad.
That's it. He's never grown up. And he's just a little fanny.
Well, yeah.
He's probably a very nice chap.
Yeah.
You know, I've never...
Off the golf course. But it's true, the golf does change it. I mean, we've all done it. You guys throwing golf clubs and slammed your club and that. We've all done it. Every single one of us. But it does, on the golf course and off the golf course, you see people and you think, oh, what a nice, quiet gentleman he is. And then you see them playing golf and there's helicopters everywhere.
I know.
He went through a period of time where he was a flusher and he just couldn't putt. And that'd be frustrating for a few years, wouldn't it? I'm trying to back him up here slightly because I quite like him. He's just, to me, it's just his age thing that he's not allowed away with it. But he got his warnings, blah blah blah, and then there was the videos of him picking up golf clubs and all that, as if like his caddy had sacked him. It's just taken out of context and all this. But yeah, he needs to, I don't know, chill out. You're out there. You're on the back nine of your career. Just chill out, enjoy it.
And Bob
You've
should
got
look at
50 million in the bank. Just chill out.
Bob should definitely look at his own performance, but also with Sergio going, I don't want to be like that.
Exactly.
I don't want people to be talking about me like this.
Look, you've got to be who you are, right? Bob's got to be who he is. There's no point in him turning around and trying to be some sort of Cam Scheffler exterior type person. It's not who he is. He's going to play his best at a certain way, but yeah,
you don't want him to lose the fire in his belly.
Correct. That's what makes him who he is. And the same as Tyrrell Hatton. All these, just it's tweaking. I just don't think
Channel it differently.
Correct. I just don't think he's ready. Took Faldo 10 times to win, which he told us 153 times during the commentary.
And Faldo won it.
Faldo was so good though. Like, I think it's like he's turned into a bit of a laughing stock. Everybody slags him off. And we're all roll our eyes now when he says anything in commentary about his own career. He was so good. He was so good. What was his story with Greg Norman falling out? Greg Norman this week. Greg Norman said something. I read half of it.
So did I, but I didn't see Faldo's reply though.
I don't think he did reply. He says, I'll reply to this after the Masters.
That's right.
Everyone, Mum said the other day when I was having lunch with her, she hates listening to Faldo and all this and what I've done. I'm like, well, it's partly why he's got a microphone, because he's been there and done it. We don't want him talking about someone else, you know. But
what he's got to learn is that, and that's fine, but he's got to learn he's definitely not a comedian.
I know. I mean,
he's the unfunniest man in the world, and he keeps trying to crack jokes.
But every now and then he comes out a little nugget, and I just think that's good. That's brilliant. That's way better than any other. You know, like I actually, as annoying as it to listen to at times, then he just throws a wee nugget. I'm like, good, keep him on. Do you know what I mean? I like him, and I hate him at the same time. Not hate. Yeah, I don't want to hear about his injuries and this, that, and the other, but I want to hear what he's thinking and his little. When he's struggling, he finishes his golf swing. Like, I like that little nuggety thing that he used to do. I know he stared at the front of the golf ball when he's chipping, which I would never tell anyone to do, but it's his little nuggets that somebody will try it and it'll work for them.
Well, it means something when it comes from somebody who's won 6 major championships. So then we got to round 2. Rory's got a 6-shot lead, and there was a stat came up. Out of, and I'll read it. I know you guys have heard this, but out of 91 players, Rory ranks 90th in driving accuracy. The 91st player is dead last. So he's the second worst driver, and he's got a 6-shot lead, and the worst driver is finished with, at the bottom. It's quite amazing. I mean, he got that 6-shot lead, and it never looked like, how's he 6 shots ahead here? It never looked good, did he? Not really.
Look, not bad.
Okay, but he was all over he's clearly struggling with his driver.
Yeah, there's no rough on the golf course though, is there?
Yeah.
Driving accuracy. If he's at 40 yards in front of you and he's tickled an inch into the semi-rough, he's missed that stat. That's where the accuracy comes from. It's fairway or rough, isn't it? It's a total driving that we should be looking at.
But he was all over the place. I mean, par
Yeah,
fives.
yeah.
Rory only went for 2 par fives, I think, in the whole weekend too. It was
Which is ridiculous considering how far he was hitting it.
Yeah, because he was always in the trees. And you'd think, well, somebody like Rory, if you didn't know anything, you would have, he's probably beaten up the par fives. And he actually did beat up the par fives because he played the par fives in 10 under or something.
Yeah.
So he beat up the par fives, but not in the way you would ever expect.
By single putting them.
Rory McIlroy to do that. Yeah. But he clearly was struggling. And he chipped in. His short game was lightning. And he was brilliant. But
it's very rare. I always sort of say to people, short game's never going to win you an event. It's sort of thing keeps you about in a bad day. That's why it's massively important, because you're not going to have your good days. But I would say short game won him the Masters this year, give or take. It was a huge part of his tally. I actually Donald, you said it. It was a mightily impressive win by Rory.
You've just jumped ahead of. I'm in round 2 here.
We're still in round 2. Okay, so his driving was meh. Yeah, okay, his driving was meh, but it was fine.
Do you think the 6-shot lead? You know, like he goes into the Masters, right? He's saying it all. Oh yeah, I've got a green jacket. I've got no pressure. It's great, you know. But a 6-shot lead suddenly puts you under pressure, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean,
especially round 2. Suddenly you've got, I've got 6-shot lead, but it's still 2 rounds to go.
Yeah.
You know, and Saturday becomes so important. And Rory very rarely puts 4 great rounds together. He always puts 3 good rounds together.
Yeah.
So it definitely put him under pressure.
I saw another Jack Nicholson, I think 75, 76, was leading by 5 after 2 rounds, shot 73, lost his 5-shot lead, hung on 1 by 1 in the end.
Mm-hmm.
At 12 under.
It's just easier.
Yeah,
it's just easier chasing, isn't it? It's just, I mean, you saw it with Justin Rose once he got up there.
Yeah.
It's just easier being the chaser. The pressures are different, or in your mind, it's different, isn't it?
Suddenly, when you've got a 6-shot lead, I mean, the pressure is losing the 6-shot lead, but also he's now got a chance to win the Masters twice in a row, which has only been done a number of times before. There's other pressures that come on there.
The start and the start of the third round becomes so important. Then he had a bad start, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he's chasing it a wee bit after that. I mean, after 3 holes, it was down to 2 or something, wasn't it?
It was very quick, but no, he just didn't have it that day. Again, I felt like it wasn't a shock for me.
No, you sent that in the text, in the group text, didn't you? You
Yeah.
said anybody but Rory, I'd be quite happy, but no, I don't fancy him.
There was something about the way he
worried.
played the first 2 rounds that it was kind of like going to happen.
What round are we in? Round 3? Am I allowed to speak about?
Yeah, I'll just go for it.
Yeah, it was a fragile 6-shot lead.
Well, I kind of feel his intensity was down. It was kind of like, I've been here, won it. There was the weight off his shoulders the whole week. And the first 2 rounds, he was in that kind of flow state, whatever you want to call it. And he was just, the intensity was down, and his golf prevailed. And then his golf swing started to deteriorate a little bit, but his intensity, and at times you've got to find there's a happy medium between your intensities. Let's say he plays his best golf at, I don't know, 7 out of 10 intensity. Just put a number on it. I feel like he's playing at 4s, but then eventually his golf maybe plays best at his 7s. I think at times you can play freewheel golf, but you've got to know who you are and where you play your best focus and all the rest. And I kind of feel like he lost it a little bit, and then he got it back in the last round in terms of scoring and all the rest. But
do you think his rustiness kicked in? And
no, he wasn't
third round?
rusty. He wasn't rusty.
Kicked in the third round, Pete.
He was phenomenal. His game wasn't quite there. I loved watching it. I love watching people battle and still manage to get the job done. I think it's massively impressive.
It was a battle. I mean, so he goes into the last round, tied for the lead. Did you have him as favourite for that?
Yes.
At that point,
I don't know whether I did. No, I didn't really think about it, but I actually quite fancied Cam Young to do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when he got, it's funny. You're talking about it. Pete's saying it's easier chasing. Cam Young suddenly had a 2-shot lead as well, and then his arse collapsed. Rose suddenly was playing great, looked the calmest man in the world. Suddenly he's got a 2-shot lead, arse collapsed. Scotty Scheffler playing, just attacking, because he was never in the lead.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you the pressure of leading is absolutely huge on the best players in the world as well. I was saying that to one of my pupils yesterday. I said, that's the same at every level. That's the best player at your club's club championship. Mm-hmm. It might be your monthly medal when you're on a score. It's exactly the same pressure, just at different levels. And it's nice for all golfers to see that happens to everybody.
Yeah. I actually really liked the warm up Rory was doing before he went in the last round. So third round versus the fourth round on the range, we only saw a few shots, which rightly so, we shouldn't see too many. But he was definitely trying to hit a few fades with the driver before he went out in the fourth round in the first tee, and because he has that kind of drop and block draw, if you call it, or
And
whatever, his bad swing.
That had got off quite a lot. He was
and you could see it, and then with his wedges, that turns into a wee pull, kind of smother hook sort of thing, or not hook, but slight pull. So he's battling that, but I like the fact that he was going out in that fourth round on the first tee, just, you know, he hit 3-wood off the tee, for example. He wasn't going gung-ho like he did in the third, just hoping it's going to click in. He was like, right, this is just going to be a battle. I felt his intensity. I'll not bore you with that again. But he just looked like he was ready for a battle, as opposed to, let's just go and rock about and see how much we can win this by. He was ready for a fight out there, and he had to fight his golf swing as well as everything else.
He was fighting all day. But I mean, there was a time there that he dropped 3 back, and I thought he's just going to disappear now. I wondered whether he might disappear now. Birdies at 7 and 8 were huge for him. That was strange though. Like there was a time there in the coverage. I was texting you. I was getting annoyed. We didn't see any Rory play like 7, 8, or 9. I thought it was really weird. We saw him play 7, but I never saw him birdie 8. I didn't see him play 9. At the same time, Hatton was playing the last 2 holes at 10 under par. We never saw any of Hatton play those last 2 holes.
Are you sure you guys weren't going for cups of teas? I remember every one of Rory's shots. 9, he drove it down there and wedged it up to sort of 6 feet pin high. And tapped it, and Cam was up the top, and we didn't see Cam's putt, I'll give you that.
Did I miss that?
I think.
Am I talking absolute?
In 8, you saw Cam Young, he hit his pitch, and
What did Rory do?
over there, whoa, and he had it up the slope and back down again. It was a great pitch.
Yeah, Rory hit it on the green and had a putt for eagle and missed it left. I mean, I saw this.
Coverage was perfect.
I must admit, I didn't think it was great either. Sure. When it was adverts, I was flicking it over on channel 404, which was featured holes.
Was it?
And that was quite better. So you were getting
Maybe I was just watching the featured holes.
Maybe that's what it was. You forgot to switch it back.
We keep seeing the 13th.
Maybe I was.
Oh, for God's sake.
But because there was times I was like, why are we watching this guy? Why are we watching Wyndham Clark? He's 3 under. I don't understand why. I don't want to watch Wyndham Clark.
You're on the wrong channel.
Oh well, but Rose. I was going to say. Sorry, I've just answered my own question. Who do you think's hurting most after this week?
Justin Rose, yeah.
I feel like he might be hurting more than he did last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had it. It was in his own destiny this year, without a doubt.
Played the last few holes. I mean, 12.
Just as soon as he duffed that chip, that was him just about done, wasn't it? It's as soon as Pete tipped him, that was it.
I know, I tipped him in the group.
I did. I agreed with you.
Yeah, I know he did, yeah.
But
coming into 10, he walked off that. His caddy was brilliant, just said, yep, 7 iron, great, go. So he walked back into that, kind of hit him, okay, one, safe one. And then from there, it was just kind of like, it was holding on golf rather than attacking golf.
11, he stepped off the ball again.
Yeah.
Then fanned it right. I mean, fanning it right seems to be, definitely be the shot I'm hitting. But it was a and then he duffed the chip at 12, and then 13 was awful. I mean, it was just so unlike him to do something like that. I know it was so fast, and we don't have any idea of how fast that putt is, but that was it. That was it there.
Yeah, there was a few shots he hit coming in that he just doesn't hit, and he's been under so much pressure on Ryder Cups and this and that. It's just because he's, I don't know, just pressure is something you put on yourself, and
I don't know, but it's because he's looked so good.
I know.
Right, and in recent years under pressure, and he's done everything right, and he is Mr. Meticulous. He does everything, right, as you would say. He goes through his processes all the time, Pete. Right, okay, and suddenly it was just a shock to his system.
Yeah,
it was. Tiny putt at 17, just from nowhere. I mean, and that was almost in the playoff if he'd hold that, if McIlroy double with the last.
Yeah, so yes, Rose was definitely the guy that's hurting the most, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you think was the turning point for McIlroy? Was there a moment, because he was?
See, I was thinking about that as well, and I was thinking, what great shot did McIlroy hit in the back nine? It's normally the back nine, you go, oh, what a shot. Okay, his tee shot in 12 was phenomenal, but it's a 9-iron, right? So
That was the point, though, because I mean that's been the graveyard for so many of them, isn't
yeah,
it?
and he took it over the edge of the bunker, and so did Cam Young, to be fair, probably after seeing him. But everyone else is further left net now. Whether he pushed it or not, we'll never know.
He said he was surprised to see it drift so far right. But what I found quite interesting was, as in his interview afterwards, he mentioned something Tom Watson had said to him back in his first couple of Masters.
Yeah.
He's obviously, he's like Tiger. He's quite a historian of the game. He loves it all. Loves all that stuff. So hearing a bit of advice from Watson told him that, I never hit on the 12th until the wind is exactly how I think it should be. Because it's swirling about.
Yeah.
And McIlroy said he held off, and then he got the wind and he went and hit it. And I thought it was cool, because it's amazing how these guys, it's like even the best players in the world still watch other players and listen to other players who have done things and learn. You've never stopped learning, do you?
No,
Yeah,
absolutely
but as you
not.
said, when you said earlier, when somebody that's won 6 majors speaks, you kind of tend to listen.
Yeah.
So that's true of the best in the world still.
It's just one of these little nuggets, yeah. And
But that shot he hit with the 9-iron was if you've ever seen a guy try not to pull hook it, his back forward swing didn't get past his hips. It was like watching Donald's backswing.
But that was his last good shot, wasn't it? Really, but I was okay. His tee shot off the next is good, but that was his last good shot, as far as I can think and say. Oh, that's the one.
Full shots. I mean,
Well, his next tee shot was great, and then safe, and then rubbish, and then rubbish, and rubbish, and then block on 17. Apart from short game was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's
18
upset.
block, rubbish. It was all pretty it was just a battle, a C game. I talk about B games. That was a C game coming down the stretch, because he's got his nerves on top of this as well.
I loved his comment on he said when he putted up 16,
what a putt that was.
an amazing putt.
Yes.
I mean, that was kind of tigerish if it gone in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it was an amazing putt, and that kept him going. And he said he thought to himself, right, all I need now is 4 good swings. And it's so often you hear that comment, and then they do the 4 good swings.
I loved his tee
He
shots.
says, but I only got 1.
I loved this tee shot. I went back to the wee squeezy 17, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Squeezer. And then he got dropped down and blocked with a wedge again. But I love the tee shot.
Even just his pitch at 17 just made it look so simple.
I think, to be fair, it wasn't that hard. It looked a lot easier from one camera angle to the other. And actually, who was it? Radar said, yeah, it's a piece of piss. And we're all
A piece of piss for Rory is what he said.
Well, there you go. Short game won the Masters. It looked easy because he's got phenomenal technique, and it's not talked about enough. His short game is immense. His bunker play is immense.
He's got lucky at 18.
And his putting's immense.
His tee shot could have ended up anywhere. It could have been completely blocked out. He could have been hitting it backwards.
Correct.
But fortunately, he had a shot that he could hit a big hook to get it up round about the green.
He's
and
trying
just
not.
got it.
It's almost like he's trying not to hit a really bad shot, and he did.
It should have been batter driver up the first, up over the bunkers.
Ian Wisdom style.
Yeah,
But these are things that if he's tied for lead, he doesn't hit that shot. He's trying not to mess up, isn't he? And then he messed up. But he's trying not to make double. If you go down a hole, this is again one of Faldo's things that he did. He said very well. He says if you've got 4 to win your club championship or whatever, try and make 3, and then you'll make your 4. And it's like, oh, disappointing, but I made 4, and you'll make your 4 as long as it's not ridiculous. That's kind of the scenario with Rory there. It almost looked like just don't make a double. Don't make a double. We've won this.
5 is
I've now got a hook one round the trees that nobody's done before, and then it just plunked out a plunk mark, and then good from there.
You'll never see it happen, but I always think in that situation, what would I do? Because Rory could hit 8-iron flick, and it's a definite 5. I mean, you've never seen that.
8-iron.
He's never going to hit an 8-iron in the trees, and he's just going to plonk an 8-iron up again and hit a little chip.
Do you not think he played? Do you not think he played it all? I would say slightly quickly. He hit his tee shot, and then he's over at Cam. I think it was Cam shot him. He's like, yeah, I'll go. So he hit his shot, and then hit the bunker shot. And I thought he should have waited with his putt. To be fair,
you don't know how with a camera and everything.
I know,
like that.
but I thought he should have waited with his first putt. I thought, it's 8, it's 10 feet, whatever it was. I'm like, you're not going to 3-putt that, Rory. Just let Cam go and get out of here, because that putt could have gone in. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I just felt
he obviously wasn't that confident.
He was itching to go. The bunker shot, he played quickly. And that's great. He's ready to go, and he plays ready golf, and that's what we love about him not being slow. I just felt like he could have waited on the green, but that's not not a negative. It's just the way I see it.
I think the most impressive thing about Rory winning that Masters wasn't his amazing play. It was the fact he's won the Masters for me with his B game.
Yes.
He won it with his short game. And it's 10 years ago you would never have thought Rory McIlroy could win the Masters with his short game and his wedges.
Yeah,
Correct.
But just as I said, if he'd found his game, he could have blown the field away, couldn't he?
Yep.
But you said that we haven't talked about Scheffler. Scheffler didn't play great.
No.
And still suddenly finishes one back.
Yeah, I know. But Rory's career's a weird one now, isn't it? He's now got his second wind. Winning them, he now thinks. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not. The thing is, there's always a new pressure. Like he now thinks that the Masters is, and I would imagine the Masters is going to be the easiest place for him to win from now on. Because it's kind of
he can win it with his big game. Yeah,
he knows he can win it with his big game. Of course, it's set up from what's to go wrong at the Masters. It's a short field.
But it's just not. I say it all the time. It's just not easy to win.
But then
it's not easy to win anything.
Next year, the huge pressure. This year's pressure was the 6-shot lead, and
nobody's won it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, that's the big pressure next year.
Yes, you make a story out of a story. Yeah, of course that'll be a story, but
his career's weird that he's gone major, drought for ages,
10 years,
10, 11 years, and then wins, and off he goes again. And I'm sure he's that's in 1-6. Next pressure again is I need to get past Faldo at least. God, please let me get past Faldo.
Become the best European.
Yeah.
I just think it would take a lot of confidence out of how unclinical it was, and he still won. Because we always say Scotty Scheffler's doing it in second gear, and that was Rory's second gear, which is different than Scotty's. Scotty's second gear is a bit wild. Rory's second gear is a bit wild, but he still got the job done. I just think he'll take a lot of confidence out of that.
I was thinking Grand Slam this year now.
Oh, he's the only man that can do it, Donald.
But I think he said he won't. Last year he lost a bit of impetus, or I can't think of the right word. After he won the Masters, it was probably such a high that he had a big low. He said he won't feel like that this year.
Yeah,
but
he's just ready to go again.
I don't think. That didn't make me think he's ready for a Grand Slam. That wasn't a Grand Slam performance. I don't think. I don't know. I'm talking crap. Yeah, but when I was thinking. Early in his career, he didn't have any scar tissue. He was the best, and then now he's almost. I think he's a better, more solid player. In the middle is the bit where he doubts. I don't know.
You're gonna pit here. You're gonna have a wee argument with yourself.
Yeah, let's not go now. I'll just move on. Where is he going to finish in an all-time list? So, do you want to know where he is? He's level with Trevino, Faldo, and Mickelson on 6. How many is he going to get to? Donald?
Who knows?
Could he get to 10?
9 for me.
He could get. I mean, he could. But it's funny until he get beat from the Shambo in the US Open. I said he's not going to win another major, and then when he lost against the Shambo, I said, I think he'll win another major now. Mm-hmm. And now can he go on and win a few more? Yeah, I think. What age is he now? 37.
Yeah, roughly. He's got 5 years left, I think.
He's got
3 more.
He's got 5 years at that speed.
2 more.
His body can keep it up for a good 5 years because he does all the right things, does all the gyms, which most of them do. But he's not got any funky moves that would hurt him in the swing. I don't think.
That whole swing looks as though it would hurt me.
Well, yeah, but he's got the fastest hips in the game, but he's flexible and he's got a lot of power. Look, it will come down slightly, but 20 majors? I'd say he picked up another 3. That would be phenomenal. I'd say if I don't see him as double figures, but I would love him to get there, but I don't see it.
I mean, you don't see anybody's double figures, really, do you? Well, Scotty possibly, but nobody else. It's a.
I can see Scotty.
They're a rare breed.
What's Scotty on?
4, 2 Masters, an Open, and a.
There's going to be another superstar come through.
No, that's right.
Oberg's not yet that guy, but there's going to be another Oberg come through that we don't know yet. That's just picking his nose at the minute. That's going to be a world class golfer.
Yeah. That's why you can't judge a golfer. I mean, we're all gushing about Scotty Scheffler just now, but until until we see what he does the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Because McIlroy's still doing it.
But longevity McIlroy's had in the game is phenomenal. Yeah, you're right. He's phenomenal.
So the answer to your question, you said 9.
Roughly.
I think he'll do 8.
Yep.
I think
Possibly.
8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
8 or 9 as well. Yeah, another 2 or 3.
Yeah. Yeah, if drink a bookies, they pick in 8 as even money.
Don't know.
Okay.
But it was entertaining. It was a good Masters again.
It was a great Masters.
Was it a great Masters?
It was
Sorry,
entertaining.
I'm gonna throw a little negative in here. I think it's just a lull after last year's Masters. I didn't watch that in like I wasn't like that this year. I was just like, yeah, this is all right.
I don't think we're going to have another Masters like last year very often, though. I mean, I don't remember a Masters being more exciting. So anything's going to be a down from that. But it was exciting. It was like, can Rory hold on? I thought it was exciting. I thought it was good.
Yeah. I'm glad Russell Henley didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been the one that
Poor
would have like
Russell.
this. Sorry?
Poor Russell.
I know. And actually, I don't know why I don't want him to win, because there's nothing he does that I don't like. Apart from he has his mouth open when he's watching the ball in the mid-air. I was like, close your mouth, stop catching flies. But he does nothing wrong. He says nothing wrong. He swings it. He's a short hitter. It's actually, you should be quite commendable. He's world number, whatever he's now, 12 maybe, but he's up there. He's been up there for years with the
Is he not way
shortest.
higher than number 12?
He was. I don't know. He's dropped down now. We should be like waxing rhythms. Go how this guy has managed to compete against the rest of them when he's 50 behind off the tee.
Did anybody notice if Bob had a shave this week?
Don't know. Maybe that was what was. Maybe that's what was wrong. Maybe he angered him, Donald.
Well, I was just wondering. I never noticed. I never seen any close-ups.
No.
Okay, well, I think we've pretty much just talked about McIlroy, but it's kind of like a McIlroy show this week again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, what else do you talk about? Justin Rose and McIlroy. Yeah.
Yeah. But
So-
now the majors come pretty thick and fast, don't they?
One a month.
Yeah. So you got Harbour Town this week, and they'll all be rearing up for the next major. Yeah. It's major season already. It's unbelievable. I mean, the mats have only they're still on mats in some courses here. And they're major season.
Okay, well, I'm done. Are you done?
Done, ready to go and work.
Right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go work. Thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers.
Bye bye.